Congressman, thanks for joining us.
Good to be with you, Doug.
House Republicans basically threw up their hands, I suppose, in frustration yesterday. I was up on the Hill, at least in the Russell Rotunda yesterday, when you had the Republican caucus meeting late yesterday morning and learned that the president had rejected the Paul Ryan proposal. Describe for me the mood in that caucus when that happened.
Well, I think you're in unprecedented territory when 13 days into a government shutdown, Doug, President Obama has yet to even agree to start talking with Republicans to get out of this impasse. I think the fact that the president has literally rejected offers to just sit down at the table, not even talking about the details of policy that need to be addressed, but just an agreement to sit down at the table and start negotiating. I don't know if we've ever seen a point in our country's history where a president has refused to even negotiate while allowing the government to be shut down for 13 days and facing default, literally, where the president is trying to bring us to the brink of default, where there's an offer on the table to extend the debt ceiling.
So the focus is now largely turned to the Senate side and to the Collins proposal. I know that Majority Leader Harry Reid basically rejected that yesterday, but senators continue to work on it. This is the plan that would fund the government for 6 months, extend the debt limit to January 31st of the year 2014, and then delay the implementation of the tax on medical devices, among many other things. But I want you to listen to a problem that the Collins plan has potentially in the House. Listen to Congressman John Fleming, a Republican from Louisiana, talking about this.
The deal that we understand they're offering would be very problematic. It would actually empower the administration even more. For instance, they're talking about sequester flexibility, which means that the administration could actually move money from one department to another. Again, removing the important powers of Congress to be sure that the departments are properly funded.
Congressman Scalise, do you agree with that sentiment? If the Collins plan were to be resurrected or to be amended somehow in the Senate, then be passed back to the House, would it face doom?
Well, that exact plan, I don't think could pass the House, but it can't even pass the Senate. But herein lies the problem, Doug. The House has passed 18 different bills now to fund all or parts of the government. Many of those votes, by the way, big bipartisan votes to fund 18 different bills to fund the government. Every single one of those that's gone over to the Senate, Harry Reid has literally killed every single one. So you've got a situation right now where 13 days into a shutdown, President Obama and Harry Reid don't even want to negotiate with Republicans, in some cases even Democrats, on bipartisan plans to get the government back open because they think maybe polls benefit them right now. I don't think we've ever seen, again, a time in our country's history where you've had a president just failing to lead, totally AWOL, in the middle of a government shutdown because maybe he thinks he can gain politically. We've got real serious proposals on the table, many different ones, 18 different proposals on the table. The president still has yet to put one plan on the table to get the government back open again and start negotiations.
Congressman, we're flat out of time. One quick question. Do you expect the United States of America to fall into default on its debt obligations?
Absolutely not. There's no reason we should default. We've got a plan we presented to the president the other day to avoid default without any conditions. The president said he won't even take that offer up right now. The President Obama is the only person in Washington who can cause default, and it would be irresponsible and dangerous for him to pursue that option.
Congressman Scalise, thanks very much for joining us.